The air in the Galactic Council's ornate chamber grew thick with tension as Catherine Saunders, Earth's ambassador, made her way to the central podium. For centuries, the Council had convened to dictate the course of galactic affairs, their towering alien members regarding humanity as little more than an insignificant blip on the cosmic scale. But today, Catherine's mere presence challenged that long-held assumption, her piercing gaze sweeping across the assembled delegates with an unmistakable air of confidence. As she began to speak, her words resonated with an unwavering authority that silenced the chamber. Honored members of the Galactic Council, it is with great anticipation that I stand before you on behalf of the people of Earth. For too long, our homeworld has been dismissed as a backwater, its inhabitants deemed unworthy of a place at your table. But the time has come for that to change. The alien delegates exchanged uneasy glances, their discomfort palpable. They had grown accustomed to the deferential posture of less advanced civilizations, eager to learn from their galactic superiors. Yet Catherine's demeanor betrayed no such deference. Instead, there was a quiet conviction that seemed to dare the Council to underestimate her world once more. Earth has spent the past century undergoing a technological and social revolution that has propelled us to the brink of galactic exploration. Our scientists have unlocked the secrets of limitless energy. Our engineers have constructed vessels capable of traversing the void between stars, and our people have united under a common vision of expanding humanity's reach beyond the confines of our home planet. As Catherine paused, the delegates shifted uncomfortably in their seats, their ancient features etched with a growing sense of unease. She continued, her measured tone belying the gravity of her words. And yet, we have observed your Galactic Council from afar, watching as you have squandered your own technological superiority through petty squabbles and territorial disputes. We have seen civilizations rise and fall, empires crumble under the weight of their own hubris. No more. The time has come for Earth to take its rightful place among the stars, to join your ranks as an equal, not as a subordinate, but as a partner in shaping the future of this galaxy. The silence that followed was deafening, the delegates stunned into speechlessness by the sheer audacity of Catherine's proclamation. For countless millennia, the Galactic Council had operated under the assumption of human inferiority, dismissing the primitive inhabitants of Earth as little more than a curiosity. But now, confronted with Catherine's unwavering confidence and the implicit threat of Earth's untapped potential, they found themselves adrift, their collective arrogance shaken to the core. After what felt like an eternity, the Council's representative, a towering figure adorned in ornate robes, rose from his seat. His deep, resonant voice betrayed a hint of uncertainty as he addressed Catherine. "You speak with great conviction, Ambassador Saunders. If what you claim about Earth's technological prowess is true, then we would be honored to extend an invitation for your world to join the Galactic Council." He paused, his piercing gaze sweeping across the chamber. "However, before we can make such a momentous decision, we must first see the evidence for ourselves. I propose a demonstration, one that will leave no doubt as to the capabilities of your species." Catherine allowed a small smile to grace her lips, her eyes glinting with a hint of triumph. "Very well, honored council member. I accept your challenge, and I can assure you that the display you are about to witness will forever change your perception of my people." With that, she turned and strode back to her seat, the weight of the council's collective gaze pressing upon her shoulders. The stage was set, and the fate of Earth hung in the balance. As the Galactic Council delegates shuffled nervously in their seats, the air thick with anticipation, Catherine Saunders allowed herself a moment of quiet satisfaction. The humans she represented had long been dismissed as primitive, their potential for greatness overlooked by the arrogant alien civilizations that lorded over the galaxy. But now, the tide was about to turn. Catherine glanced around the ornate chamber, taking in the sight of the towering ethereal figures that made up the council. Their eyes, luminous and calculating, were fixed upon her, silently demanding the proof she had promised. She took a deep breath, knowing that the next few moments would forever alter the course of human history. Honored members of the Galactic Council, she began, her voice ringing with unwavering confidence. I stand before you today, not as a representative of a backward, insignificant world, but as the ambassador of a nation that has unlocked the secrets of the universe. Earth may have been overlooked in the past, but I can assure you that our potential has only just begun to be realized. The delegates stirred uneasily, their features betraying a mix of intrigue and skepticism. Catherine pressed on, her gaze sweeping across the chamber. For centuries, we have observed your council from afar, watching as you squandered your technological superiority through endless internal conflicts and power struggles. We have seen the rise and fall of great empires, and we have learned from your mistakes. Now, it is time for Earth to take its rightful place among the stars. Catherine paused, allowing her words to sink in. The delegates exchanged uneasy glances, their ancient features etched with a growing sense of unease. She continued, her tone unwavering. I have come to you today with a proposal, a demonstration of Earth's true capabilities. We have developed technologies that will forever change the balance of power in this galaxy, and I believe it is time for the Galactic Council to bear witness to our might. The chamber erupted into a din of murmured conversations, the delegates clearly unsettled by the implications of Catherine's words. The representative who had initially challenged her rose to his feet, his robes rustling with emotion. Ambassador Saunders, your claims are most intriguing, but we must first see the evidence with our own eyes before we can even consider extending an invitation to your world. I trust you have some manner of demonstration prepared. Catherine nodded, a small smile playing on her lips. Indeed, honored council member, if you would be so kind as to accompany me outside, I believe you will find the display most enlightening. Without waiting for a response, she turned and strode towards the exit, the assembled delegates trailing behind her with a mixture of curiosity and trepidation. As they stepped out into the vast expanse of space, Catherine raised her hand, signaling for her unseen compatriots to begin. Suddenly, the void erupted into a dazzling display of light and power, as a fleet of sleek, angular vessels materialized from the darkness. The delegates gasped in awe, their eyes widening as they took in the sheer scale and majesty of the human ships. Catherine watched, her expression calm and composed, as the council members exchanged bewildered glances, their previous arrogance rapidly crumbling in the face of this unexpected demonstration of human might. The stage was set, and the Galactic Council was about to be left utterly speechless. The Galactic Council delegates stood transfixed, their eyes wide with a mixture of awe and trepidation as the fleet of human warships materialized before them. The vessels, sleek and angular, radiated an air of power and precision that left the alien representatives momentarily speechless. Catherine Saunders, Earth's ambassador, observed the scene with a subtle hint of triumph. For too long, her people had been dismissed and overlooked by the self-assured members of the Galactic Council. But now, the time had come to shatter those preconceptions and assert humanity's rightful place among the stars. As the delegates exchanged bewildered glances, Catherine stepped forward, her gaze sweeping across the assembled figures. Honored members of the Galactic Council, I believe you will find the demonstration that is about to unfold most enlightening. With a nod, she signaled to the human fleet, and in the blink of an eye, the vessels sprang into action. The delegates watched, spellbound, as the ships effortlessly maneuvered through the void, their movements fluid and precise. Suddenly, a series of bright flashes erupted from the vessels, and in the distance, a simulated alien invasion force was swiftly and decisively neutralized. The council members stood in stunned silence, their previous arrogance rapidly crumbling in the face of this unexpected display of human military might. Catherine allowed herself a small smile, knowing that the tide was about to turn. As you can see, the people of Earth have been hard at work, developing technologies and tactics that far exceed anything your council has ever witnessed, she said, her tone calm and measured. Our scientists have unlocked the secrets of limitless energy. Our engineers have constructed vessels capable of traversing the void between stars. and our military has honed its skills to a razor's edge. The delegates shifted uncomfortably, their discomfort palpable. Catherine pressed on, her eyes gleaming with a fierce determination. For too long, we have been content to observe your galactic affairs from the sidelines, learning from your successes and failures. But now, the time has come for Earth to take its rightful place as a dominant force in the universe. We are no longer the primitive, insignificant species you once dismissed. We are a power to be reckoned with, and we demand a seat at your table. The Council's representative, a towering figure adorned in ornate robes, stepped forward, his features etched with a mixture of awe and trepidation. Ambassador Saunders, your demonstration has been most impressive. I confess, we had not anticipated the true extent of your people's capabilities. However, before we can consider extending an invitation for Earth to join the Galactic Council, we must first address the implications of such a decision. He paused, his gaze sweeping across the assembled delegates. The balance of power in this galaxy has been carefully maintained for centuries. The introduction of a new, highly advanced civilization could upset that balance with unpredictable consequences. We must tread cautiously, lest we invite chaos and conflict where there was once stability. Catherine's expression remained calm, but her eyes narrowed ever so slightly. I understand your concerns, honored council member. However, I would argue that Earth's inclusion in your ranks could in fact bring a much-needed stabilizing force to the galaxy. We have observed your internal conflicts and power struggles, and we believe we have the wisdom and the strength to help guide you towards a more harmonious future. The delegate nodded slowly, his ancient features etched with a thoughtful expression. Your words are compelling, Ambassador Saunders. Very well, we shall convene to discuss this matter further. In the meantime, I ask that you and your people remain within our sphere of influence, so that we may continue to observe your capabilities. Catherine inclined her head in acknowledgement, her mind already racing with the implications of this latest development. The Galactic Council had been left speechless, and the stage was set for a new era of human dominance in the cosmos. As the Galactic Council delegates retreated to their private chambers, Catherine Saunders could sense the palpable tension in the air. The human demonstration had shaken the very foundation of their long-held assumptions, and she knew that the Council was now grappling with the implications of Earth's newfound power. Catherine allowed herself a moment of quiet satisfaction. For too long, her people had been dismissed as insignificant, their potential overlooked by the arrogant alien civilizations that had dominated the galaxy. But now, the tables had turned, and the Council was forced to confront the uncomfortable truth. Humanity was no longer a species to be trifled with. As she made her way back to the human fleet, Catherine's mind raced with the possibilities that lay ahead. The Galactic Council had extended an invitation for Earth to join their ranks, a tacit acknowledgement of the humans' capabilities. But she knew that this was just the beginning. The true challenge would be to navigate the treacherous political landscape of the Council and assert Earth's rightful place as a dominant force in the cosmos. The human ships, sleek and imposing, hovered silently in the void as Catherine approached. She could feel the eyes of the Council's delegates upon her, their curiosity and unease palpable. With a resolute nod, she stepped aboard the flagship, her gaze fixed on the vast expanse of space that lay before them. "Prepare for the return journey," she commanded, her voice ringing with authority. "We have much to discuss back on Earth." As the human vessels began their stately ascent, Catherine allowed herself a moment of reflection. The Galactic Council had no doubt convened to debate the implications of Earth's inclusion in their ranks, weighing the potential risks against the undeniable benefits of having such a powerful new member. She knew that the road ahead would not be an easy one. The other alien civilizations, long accustomed to their dominance, would undoubtedly view the rise of humanity with a mixture of fear and resentment. They would seek to undermine Earth's influence, to contain the threat that this upstart species posed to their carefully curated order. But Catherine was undaunted. She had witnessed the Council's arrogance and complacency, and she was determined to shatter their illusions of superiority. Earth had spent decades carefully observing the galactic stage, learning from the successes and failures of the other civilizations. Now it was time to put that knowledge to use, to forge a new path that would cement humanity's status as a force to be reckoned with. As the human fleet streaked through the void, Catherine's gaze grew distant, her mind already racing with the possibilities that lay ahead. The Galactic Council had been left speechless, their once unassailable position now under threat from this resurgent species, and she knew that this was only the beginning. The true test would come as Earth sought to navigate the treacherous political waters of the Council and assert its rightful place among the stars. But Catherine was undaunted. She had come too far to be cowed by the Council's posturing, and she was determined to lead her people to a future of unparalleled greatness. The galaxy, long accustomed to the dominance of the alien civilizations, was about to be forever transformed by the rise of humanity. The Galactic Council chamber was a cacophony of hushed whispers and troubled murmurs as the delegates reconvened to discuss the implications of Earth's stunning display of military prowess. The towering alien figures, once so assured of their dominance, now found themselves grappling with a profound sense of unease, their carefully curated order suddenly thrown into disarray. At the center of the chamber, the Council's representative, his ancient features etched with a mixture of awe and trepidation, stood to address his fellow delegates. "My esteemed colleagues, I understand the gravity of the situation we now find ourselves in. The arrival of this new advanced species known as humanity has shaken the very foundation upon which our galactic order has been built." He paused, his piercing gaze sweeping across the assembled delegates. "The demonstration we have witnessed today has left no doubt as to the technological and military capabilities of the humans. Their vessels, their weaponry, their tactical coordination, all of it surpasses anything we have encountered before, and yet they come to us not as supplicants, but as equals, demanding a seat at our table." A murmur of discontent rippled through the chamber, and the representative raised his hand, silencing the dissent. "I understand your concerns. The balance of power in this galaxy has been meticulously maintained for centuries, and the introduction of a new, highly advanced civilization could upset that delicate equilibrium. But we must also consider the potential benefits of having the humans as allies." He paused, his gaze growing contemplative. "Earth has observed our affairs for decades, learning from our successes and failures. They possess a level of strategic insight and pragmatism that could prove invaluable in navigating the complex political landscape of the Galactic Council. Furthermore, their technological prowess could be a boon to our own civilizations, unlocking new avenues of progress and discovery." The delegates exchanged uneasy glances, their discomfort palpable. The representative continued, his tone measured and deliberate. "But make no mistake, my fellow delegates, the humans are not to be trifled with. Their demonstration has made it clear that they are a force to be reckoned with, their military capabilities potentially exceeding even our own. We must tread carefully, lest we inadvertently provoke their ire and invite chaos and conflict where there was once stability." He paused, his gaze sweeping across the chamber. "Therefore, I propose that we extend a formal invitation for Earth to join the Galactic Council, but we must do so on our terms, with strict conditions and safeguards in place to ensure that the balance of power remains intact." A murmur of agreement rippled through the delegates, their initial trepidation slowly giving way to a begrudging acceptance. The representative nodded, his features etched with a newfound resolve. "It shall be done. We will dispatch a delegation to Earth, bearing our invitation and outlining the terms of their inclusion. The future of the galaxy hangs in the balance, and we cannot afford to underestimate the humans again." As the delegates began to file out of the chamber, Catherine Saunders' words echoed in their minds, a stark reminder of the challenge that now lay before them. The Galactic Council had been left speechless, and the stage was set for a new era of human dominance in the cosmos. As the Galactic Council's delegation approached Earth, a palpable sense of trepidation hung in the air. The alien representatives, once so assured of their dominance, now found themselves grappling with a profound uncertainty. How would the humans, these upstart newcomers to the galactic stage, receive their overtures? Catherine Saunders, Earth's ambassador, stood at the forefront of the human contingent, her expression one of calm determination. She had witnessed the Council's reluctant acknowledgement of her people's capabilities, and she knew that the stakes had never been higher. The future of humanity's place in the cosmos hung in the balance, and she was determined to ensure that Earth's terms were met. As the Council's vessels touched down on the surface of the human homeworld, Catherine stepped forward to greet the alien delegates. Her gaze was unwavering, her posture exuding an aura of quiet authority that belied her species' relative youth. "Honored members of the Galactic Council, welcome to Earth," she said, her voice clear and measured. "We are pleased to receive your delegation and to hear the terms you have brought forth for our potential inclusion in your esteemed organization." The Council's representative, a towering figure adorned in ornate robes, inclined his head in a gesture of acknowledgement. "Ambassador Saunders, we are honored to be here. The demonstration of your people's capabilities has left a profound impression upon us, and we believe that the time has come for Earth to take its rightful place among the stars." He paused, his piercing gaze sweeping across the human contingent. "However, as we have discussed, the balance of power in this galaxy is a delicate thing, and the introduction of a new, highly advanced civilization, such as yourselves, must be handled with the utmost care." Catherine nodded, her expression unreadable. "We understand your concerns, honored council member. The people of Earth have been observing your affairs for decades, and we are well aware of the complexities and intrigues that govern the Galactic Council. We are prepared to navigate these treacherous waters, but we will not do so at the expense of our own sovereignty and self-determination." The alien delegate's features tightened, his discomfort palpable. "Indeed, Ambassador Saunders, that is precisely why we have come to you with a set of terms and conditions for your inclusion in the Council. These are not mere suggestions, but rather non-negotiable requirements that must be met if Earth is to be granted a seat at our table." He unfurled a holographic scroll, its contents shimmering in the air between them. "First and foremost, Earth must agree to abide by the Galactic Council's established laws and protocols, relinquishing any unilateral actions that could disrupt the delicate balance we have maintained. Secondly, you must agree to share your technological advancements with the other member civilizations, ensuring that no single power holds a decisive advantage." Catherine's eyes narrowed slightly, but she remained composed. "And what of our own autonomy and self-determination? Surely you do not expect us to simply acquiesce to your demands without some form of reciprocity?" The delegate's gaze hardened. "Make no mistake, Ambassador Saunders, the Galactic Council is extending you a rare privilege, one that few civilizations have been granted. If you wish to join our ranks, you must be prepared to make certain concessions. The alternative is to remain on the outside, forever relegated to the status of an upstart species." Catherine held the delegate's gaze, her own resolve unwavering. "Then we have much to discuss, honored council member. For Earth will not be cowed, nor will we simply accept the terms you have laid out. If we are to join your council, it will be on our own terms." The air crackled with tension as the two representatives stood, poised for a battle of wills that would determine the very fate of humanity's place in the cosmos. News of the Galactic Council's invitation and Earth's stunning military demonstration rippled through the human population like wildfire, igniting a groundswell of national pride and ambition. From the bustling metropolises to the remote outposts, a renewed sense of purpose and determination took hold, as the once humble species suddenly found itself elevated to a position of galactic prominence. In the halls of power, leaders and policymakers convened to discuss the implications of this historic moment. The stakes had never been higher, and the path forward was fraught with challenges and uncertainties. Yet there was a palpable sense of excitement, a collective belief that humanity was on the cusp of a new era of greatness. Catherine Saunders, Earth's ambassador to the Galactic Council, returned home to a rousing welcome, her once stoic demeanor softening in the face of her fellow humans' unbridled enthusiasm. As she addressed the gathered crowds, her words carried a weight and conviction that resonated with the masses. "My fellow Earthlings, the time has come for us to take our rightful place among the stars," she declared, her voice ringing with a fervor that electrified the audience. "For too long, we have been dismissed and overlooked by the arrogant alien civilizations that have dominated this galaxy. But no more. Today, we stand on the precipice of a new dawn, one where humanity's potential will be unleashed for all to see." The crowd erupted into thunderous applause, their spirits soaring with a newfound sense of purpose and ambition. Catherine raised her hand, silencing the din, her gaze sweeping across the sea of upturned faces. "The Galactic Council has extended an invitation for Earth to join their ranks, a tacit acknowledgement of our technological and military prowess. But make no mistake, my friends, this is not a mere invitation, but a challenge. The Council seeks to constrain us, to limit our autonomy and self-determination in the name of their precious balance of power." A chorus of boos and jeers rippled through the crowd, and Catherine allowed herself a small smile. "But we will not be cowed, nor will we simply acquiesce to their demands. The time has come for us to assert our rightful place in the cosmos, to show the Galactic Council and the entire galaxy that humanity is a force to be reckoned with." The audience erupted into thunderous cheers, their collective spirit soaring with the realization that they were now a power to be feared and respected. Catherine raised her hand, silencing the din once more. "The path ahead will not be an easy one, my friends. The Galactic Council will undoubtedly seek to undermine our efforts to contain the threat that we pose to their carefully curated order. But we will not falter, for we are the masters of our own destiny. We will navigate the treacherous waters of galactic politics with unwavering resolve, and we will emerge victorious, our rightful place among the stars secured for all eternity." As the crowd roared its approval, Catherine allowed herself a moment of quiet satisfaction. The Galactic Council had been left speechless, and the stage was set for humanity to assert its dominance in the cosmos. The future was theirs to forge, and she was determined to lead her people to a new era of greatness. In the darkened corners of the galaxy, whispers of Earth's ascension began to circulate, striking fear and apprehension into the hearts of those who had long dismissed humanity as an insignificant species. The Galactic Council, once a steadfast bastion of alien might, now trembled at the thought of crossing paths with this resurgent power, their own vulnerability exposed for all to see. Catherine Saunders, Earth's ambassador, stood tall in the face of the Council's reluctant acceptance of her world's inclusion in their ranks. She knew that the path ahead would be fraught with challenges as the other alien civilizations sought to undermine her people's newfound influence and contain the threat that they posed to the delicate balance of power. But Catherine was undaunted. She had witnessed the Council's arrogance and complacency, and she was determined to shatter their illusions of superiority. Earth had spent decades carefully observing the galactic stage, learning from the successes and failures of the other civilizations. Now it was time to put that knowledge to use, to forge a new path that would cement humanity's status as a dominant force in the cosmos. As the human delegation settled into their chambers within the Galactic Council's vast headquarters, Catherine could feel the weight of her responsibilities pressing down upon her. The fate of her entire species rested upon her shoulders, and she knew that she could not afford to falter, not even for a moment. Summoning her steely resolve, she made her way to the Council's inner sanctum, her footsteps echoing in the cavernous chamber. The alien delegates, their features etched with a mixture of curiosity and trepidation, turned their attention to her as she approached the central dais. "Honored members of the Galactic Council," she began, her voice clear and measured. "I stand before you today not as a supplicant, but as an equal representing the interests of a people who have proven their worth and rightfully earned a seat at your table." The delegates shifted uncomfortably in their seats, their unease palpable. Catherine pressed on, her gaze unwavering. "For too long, you have operated under the assumption of human inferiority, dismissing our potential and relegating us to the status of an inconsequential species. But no more. We have observed your galactic affairs, learned from your successes and failures, and now we are poised to reshape the very fabric of this cosmos. A murmur of discontent rippled through the chamber, and Catherine raised her hand, silencing the dissent. Make no mistake, my esteemed colleagues, the terms you have presented to us are unacceptable. We will not relinquish our autonomy, nor will we be compelled to share our technological secrets with the other member civilizations. Earth has earned its place among the stars, and we will not be content to simply follow your lead. The delegates exchanged uneasy glances, their discomfort growing by the moment. Catherine's expression hardened, her voice taking on a steely edge. The future of this galaxy hangs in the balance, and the Galactic Council can no longer afford to dismiss the might of humanity. We are a force to be reckoned with, and we will not be cowed by your attempts to constrain us. If you seek to maintain the fragile balance of power, then you must accept us as equals, with all the rights and responsibilities that entails. Silence reigned in the chamber as the delegates grappled with the implications of Catherine's words. The once unassailable Galactic Council, a bastion of alien dominance, now found itself facing a new reality. A reality where humanity had emerged as a formidable, unyielding power, poised to reshape the very fabric of the cosmos. The stage was set, and the future hung in the balance.